Most of you are running Dams Battleground completely wrong. You're hitting the main POIs, fighting over scraps, and walking right past 4 of the highest value loot spawns on the map. I am Ibetonme, and today we're fixing your route. And these aren't just random crates. These are high consistency spawns that most players ignore because they don't know where to look. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so here's a quick prep. You're gonna need 2 zip lines to get to 2 out of the 4 loot spawns. Also have plenty of shield charges and also bandages, because in a couple of places you might end up falling, so you're gonna need that, and then also you may go against some arc. So bring plenty of bullets, and I will also bring a gun that hits hard and one that hits fast for cleanup. And if all possible, bring a Raider hatch key, because this loot is going to be high tier, so you want to extract pretty safely. Now the first spot is going to be in this building in the Red Lakes. Now everyone sprints past this building because they're so interested in trying to get to the center of the map to grab loot. And in this room you can find weapon crates, also supply caches, and a few other materials. So loot it, then check the building for other materials, and then get out. This is easy money. Now the next spot, this one is kind of trickier because it puts you in the middle of the map where a lot of players roam, and it's in the high value loot area, so it puts you in the arc patrol path. So if you run into a lot of arc or players, I would try to hide first, or go ahead and clear the threat before you continue on your path. You're going to jump on this little pillar right here, and you're going to run up here to this zip line. And here's the exact same spot where the zip line is on the map. So the zip line is going to place you over the research and administration building. You are in an open area, so a lot of arc fly by, and I've had people shoot at me before, so try to have a gun out. So you just want to turn around, simply drop down on the edge, and then there's going to be 3 different loot spots on this little walkway. I tell you, this spot is so consistent if you're running a solo extraction. This is a mandatory spot because it's usually uncontested. I never find players come up here, and I never find the loot spots empty. One of the main reasons why, because all the other players are inside the main building either looting or fighting. Now the only thing about this spot, like I said, this is a high arc control path, so you got to be very careful, because I've died a couple of times trying to get away from arc in this area. Like I said, I never come up here and these places are looted, so this is one of the best spots on the Dams map. Now number 3 is what I call the bait ledge, because you're going to be out in the open on the ledge, and there are going to be arc trying to kill you possibly. So we're going to stay on top of the research and administration building. However, we're going to climb up a little higher. Now you're going to run a little further down this ledge, and when you look up, you're going to see this flight of stairs. Now you want to pull out your first zip line, and you want to anchor it to those flight of stairs. So we're going to take the zip line. Now there is going to be a ledge. We want to jump from the zip line onto the ledge. That may take you a few times, and you may fall once, but that's why you have your healing materials. Several spots on this ledge that you can loot. You're going to find all type of high value loot. However, I do want to warn you, sometimes there is a turret that spawns up here. My first few runs on this ledge, I never saw the turret. So I'm thinking everything is fine, but one time I ran around a corner and there was a turret there. It caught me off guard. I took a lot of damage, fell off the edge, and died. Most runs that turret won't spawn, but just be careful. And other than that, the only thing you have to worry about up that high is a spotter. But by far on Dams Battleground, this is one of the best loot spots that you can farm. Alright, so finally, now we're going to the big one. If you only remember one spot from this video, please make it this one. Now this one is going to be on the edge of the broken bridge. It's going to be in this little tiny room right under the edge of the bridge. And this is a crazy high value loot spawn. This is going to be the spot where you're going to see most of the interaction with other raiders. And this is the first loot spot you want to hit when you first load on the map. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've had players come in there while I'm in there getting loot. So here's where you're going to use your second zip line. Just anchor it to the top of the bridge and ride on up. Here's what's going to take a little skill and patience. You're going to need to walk backwards, then drop down and press X to catch the ledge. If you miss the edge, ride back up on the zip line and try it again. But it's worth it, because 1 out of 3 times I hit this room, I hit the jackpot. Now this spawn is consistent, but if you want the absolute highest tier loot in the game, you need to pair this run with my secret loot room I broke down 2 weeks ago. I'll link that up at the top, and hit that after you finish this video. The Dams isn't just about the main objective, it's about efficiency. So add these 4 spots to your rotation, and you'll get up faster with less risk. And if you found a spot that I missed, hey, drop it down in the comments. Let's build this knowledge base. Also, I've pinned down in the comment section that link to that other secret loot rooms video. So get in there, get the loot, and get out. See ya. So if you guys do want to see my Arc Raider Secret Loot Rooms You Must Know video, I would suggest you watch this next. Also, don't forget to like and sub. You guys have a great day. Peace.